she also got an allergy, and then she just wouldn't eat for like a week. And she got like pneumonia, almost like a pneumonia. So they can get sick just like your animals can get sick. So we just try to take every precaution. Yeah.
And what is the lifespan?
In the wild, 13 to 14 years, and in captivity, 20 plus.
Really?
Yeah, because they're getting vaccinated, they're getting worm, proper diet, their wounds are getting care, where in the wild, their wounds wouldn't get care.
In the wild, they'll, if they happen to live to die naturally, that's 13 years?
13, 14 years, yeah. He's liking that bone. Yeah.
So these are their sisters too. Their sisters and
they're litter mates, all three of them. They came from another sanctuary in Louisiana, and they were kind of in some troubles. Yeah, they were in some troubles with the state and financially. So these three they weren't allowed to take. So we actually picked these up when they were 10, 11, and he was 12 pounds. They were about this big.
Wow.
Yeah, and he weighs 590 now. So and they're still growing. Just 3 years,
really?
3 years old in March. Yeah. So. So
and
now
I mean,
they'll live out.
You can't touch them, right?
Well, we don't. We try to, we try to let them live their life like cats, and we try to do the best we can to change things, not keep them in this like you saw. They're in the exercise area. They'll be here today. Maybe tomorrow they'll be over there. So keep their brain going, and lots of we call it enrichment. Lots of different things. We don't always do the same thing, and we don't always feed at the same time, but yet the routine's the same. So like they're going to come and they know they're going to be separated, but they might be in a different place.
Right.
Everything that makes it so we can do something down the line medically, we kind of go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and so when you have to do something, you knock them out, right?
Oh yeah, we have a surgery room in the end of the barn. Yeah. And we also have like these squeeze cages like on the end, and we'll feed them in there all the time. So they like going in there. And then we can shut it, and it's on wheels, and it squeezes together, so we can give them shots and draw blood without having to sedate safely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then when we need to, we just roll that up into the medical room and go to work.
And these little brick things, that's like for sleeping?
These are, dens for shelter, and then waters. These are so that their water circulates. So you know how if you leave water all day, it gets all yucky? Well, this can circulate, and then it just has a switch, a valve, so you can turn it and drains every day and refill. So they get fresh water all the time. Same with the pools. They all circulate and filter, and so they're not drinking mosquito water. Yeah. They're spoiled. Then we always try to clean on like washable, bleachable surfaces. Clean animals, a healthy animal. Yeah, these are the lucky few. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that some people think that.
Well, the exotic animal trade, second to drugs and weapons in our country. Yeah.
And are there incidents where these people get killed by these animals?
There's few, but there are some. Did you see the lady, I think it was last year, who got killed by her pet bear?
Oh, yeah.
With her kids watching?
Oh, no, I didn't read it.
Yeah, kids younger than you, 8 years old. Could you imagine?
No.
She had no shifts like this. So what she would do is throw the dog food on the other side of the bear pen, so the bear would run over there to get the food, and then she would go inside the pen and then come out. It didn't work one time. So the kids had to go get the neighbor to shoot the bear off their mom.
Yikes.
But this, you just got to do the best you can to do this as safe. This needs to be safe. Things have to be built right. They have to have cool and warm and shelter and dirt. They should never be on a cement surface all the time. It's too hard on their joints and too hard on their feet. So the dirt, you want them on dirt and grass.
Yeah, natural.
Yeah. But yet for eating and for this kind of stuff, this can be bleached and washed, and then they can go back out in there. Yeah, so they're not eating where they would go to the restroom. Yeah. Yeah. In his igloo, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's all. And she is like the food hound, so she'll find her way, no problem. He usually waits, because, you know, she bosses him around and beats him up regular. She's definitely the wife.
Yeah. So you
Come
do
on.
this every day?
Well, every day, and we try to move everybody, you know, around and the best we can. He keeps them. See, he has arthritis. He's got the beginning stages of arthritis in his front right shoulder. This cat, Raja, he's my favorite. He spent 5 years in a 6x12, no shade, no shelter. So you can imagine how his muscles, you know, didn't really develop, or so he's 14 now. So he's just starting to get the arthritis. We've tried like 3 medicines, and the third one seems to be working a little better, but not perfect. Just like for us, though. You know, but he's my favorite. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to have a favorite, but he's a pretty special cat. He is also the first cat we brought, so. Yeah.
How difficult is it to, you know, get these cats, to get permits, and get just the legality of doing what you do? You mean, obviously you have to, you know, be safe and all
Different
that,
states, different laws. California, it's 2 years minimum full-time experience with each species that you take. And then it took me 2 years to, once I started applying, to go through the permit process. And then my husband and I bought this property specifically to do this, so it took us a while to find the property. And we actually kind of lucked into this because we had the cats here before we bought the property. This wasn't the actual piece of property we had intended to buy, and it just kind of turned out, I mean, this couldn't be better. And then it took 2.5 years to get the use permit on the property, so through the county, and that was the hardest, and that cost the most. So that was about $40,000 to get the use permits, and it's lifetime zoning on the property for the animals, so even when I'm gone, everything gets to keep going, which was the most important to my husband and I. So that took the longest, and that was the hardest. And now we can actually build another one of these big exercise habitats, another huge building, which would be our education building and fundraising building and office buildings, and we could build 7 more big cat habitats before we have to go back to the county and ask for more. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
So we're really lucky there.
That's really good.
Really lucky.
What got you started doing this?
You know, I just love animals, and I wanted to find a way to give back. And after living in Texas, you see all the bad. You see the exotic animal trade, you see the breeders, you see the hunt ranches, which is where they put them in the small cages and to shoot them for sport, for trophy. To me, that's not hunting, that's just not a sport, but it's really popular even in our country. And I think just seeing the bad and wanting to work around the animals, because that's my passion, and wanting to do something good. I know everybody asks me that question, and I don't really have a good answer other than I love it. I love the animals. God said. That's the real truth.
Cool. All right, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know.